When applying corrections to your dog, you need to keep in mind what your dog's titration level is. Titration is how hard or soft your dog is, but really, the best way to describe it is the level of intensity needed to give an effective correction to your dog. A dog on the lower titration end of the spectrum is going to be much softer. So that dog may only require a no. Hearing the no might be enough for them to be like, yeah, okay, I'm so sorry. I don't want to do that again. Please forgive me. Right? But then you might have a higher titration dog, such as a working line GSD or a Belgian Malinois, and it might require a harder leash pop to actually get the correction through to them. And that will not shut the dog down. But if you were to apply that same harder correction to the lower titration dog, that dog is going to shut down and not want to train anymore because they are fearful of the corrections. The level of intensity for corrections that you use for your dog is going to depend on your dog's titration. Finn, the poodle we've been training, his titration was about mid-level. I only had to apply very soft pops on a prong collar for him to understand what I was conveying. We also have a cute little wiener dog here that I've been training. Her name is Angel, and her titration is low. She's a very nervous dog. It took me a while to get her comfortable to even train in this environment. It took me a long time to get her comfortable even walking around in this environment. So her titration level is very, very low. So between these two dogs, it's a very, very different look on how I apply these corrections. Finn, soft pop with a leash. With Angel, I use very slight pressure with a slip leash to help her find the position of the heel I'm looking for. On this place bed, I will use very slight pressure, just like we used when we were guiding them into positions for obedience commands. So for Finn, when we are creating fluency in the D's of dog training, his looks like a no, pop, place. Angel's is no, and I slightly guide her back with pressure because now she understands what pressure is. So I utilize pressure for Angel just to put her back on the bed. It's very close to force-free, but pressure is still force, so it is not force-free. But you will see in this following session that she does not shut down at all, and it is all I need to do for her to understand the lesson I'm trying to teach her. I've said it a bunch, I'm going to say it one more time. This is what nuance within dog training looks like. There is so much of it. Every dog is different, and it's so important to keep this in mind. Your dog may not be the same as the dogs we've been training in these videos, but we've been arming you with the knowledge that you can use to apply to your dog and find these proper levels. Later in the program, we are going to translate leash pressure to the e-collar low-level stim. Titration still applies to the e-collar. Once we get to the e-collar portion of this course to give your dog access to true off-leash freedom, we are going to teach you to find that level that your dog needs. So rest assured, you are not alone. We are going to walk you through the process.